So you're working with Daz Dillinger currently?
Yeah, man, Daz is doing an album called Guidelines, and we doing this for basically like the hip hop culture for East and West Coast, and that's my bro. You know what I'm saying? We two different coasts, two different styles of rap, but we linked, and we're about to make history.
Excellent. So you're of course from a classic duo yourself, Capone and Nori. He's from the Dog Pound. Is there any part of you, like a competitive side, that almost wants to outdo previous material?
Oh, definitely. It's always competitive. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to whoop on Daz when I go in the studio. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is we never had no real beef. So when people look at us and see like Capone and Daz working or Nori and Corrupt working, it was never no real beef between Dog Pound and CNN. We didn't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? When we
Okay.
dropped those records. So now, years later, and before now, leading up to now, we've crossed paths numerous times, but it was never, crossing paths to the fact to where let's do something together to the last time we met. But it's always a competitive nature when I get in the studio with Daz because it's like, you know, I want the both of us to show our partners that we got this. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love though. It's all love.
Definitely. So when New York came out, great song. LA came out. Neither yourself or Daz had any exception you took with each other.
Nah, nah. Like the thing was, Daz wasn't even on the record for one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Daz wasn't even on the record. He was in a video, but he wasn't on the
Yeah.
record. But the whole thing about it was that was me and Nori's introduction to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That was our that the Dog Pound was already staple from the Chronic,
Doggy
from
style.
Doggy Style, from Dog Food. They was already stamped. Me and Nori was new to the game. We had to find an edge to get in the game and make a mark right away. And that's what we did. We said, oh, these dudes is coming at us from the West Coast. And we waited though. We actually waited to see who would go back at them from, from this side. And nobody did it. So our first thought was go in. And we went at them and they got a huge response. And I always say this, but thanks to the Dog Pound, man, no, we got a record deal. You know what I'm saying? Like Daz and
Wow.
Corrupt actually helped get us a record deal. Because if they didn't make New York, we would have never made LA. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
it's crazy. It's crazy. They actually helped us get a record deal.
That's crazy that you actually acknowledge that they actually helped put you on the map because of that song.
Yes, yes. And I tell everybody, like if it wasn't for them, like we'd have probably had it 10 times harder because sometimes in music you need a gimmick. You need something to attach to, to give you that extra buzz. And some people have people like the Dog Pound had Snoop, Memphis Bleak had Jay-Z. Everybody got something to attach to. Me and Nori just had me and Nori. And
Hmm.
even though we had Tragedy Gaddafi, he wasn't a Jay-Z, he wasn't a Nas, he wasn't, that caliber of an artist at the time he was getting on. But the benefit was I was from Queensbridge. Noah's from Left Right. We was both from Queens. So when we made that response, it was just like boom. And then the dog paddle was like, shit, I wish I could have seen him and thanked him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, good looking. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
hilarious.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Dog Pound, man, me and Nori probably would have never existed. We would have probably existed, but who never knows the route we would have had to take or the length of time it would have took us to get on. We might have missed the whole curve that we made it in.